To keep homeless people cool this summer. Action News Now reporter Margot Rowe shows us the efforts behind keeping the community cool and trying to get a cooling center up and running.
With cooling centers, like with Winter Shelter, rely on other facilities to host. We don't have our own building. So that's what we're working on, is trying to find partners that we could open a cooling center with.
The heat is here, and Safe Space Chico is working to try to keep the homeless community cool. Program coordinator Lauren Kennedy says organization leaders are meeting with partners to try to get a cooling center opened hopefully in the next few weeks, but they are thinking about other methods.
But there's a conversation around, is it better to do street outreach, carrying supplies out to people where they are, versus making them travel the distance to a cooling center, which can be really dangerous in this heat.
Kennedy says until then, Safe Space members are doing street outreach, bringing supplies to homeless people across the community. Kennedy says staff and volunteers are practically out every day bringing supplies like water and Gatorade, hydration packets, and cooling packs to people who are out here in the heat. Not only is Safe Space looking for facilities for a cooling center, the organization is still looking for a space to operate out of. Safe Space originally had an office location off of Mangrove, but were not granted renewal for the next year.
So now we really put our sights on trying to figure out how to have a space that can operate as a navigation center for all the work we do, not necessarily to provide shelter, but at least to operate as intake center for when we do provide emergency shelter, but would also allow us to work with people who come in to access other shelters or programs that are appropriate for them, to work with case managers, either at Safe Space or at other organizations.
Kennedy says if everything goes according to plan, Safe Space could have a cooling center operating by the end of the month. But until then, the organization is going to be doing its street outreach program and are taking donations for outreach efforts. In Chico, I'm Margot Rowe for Action News Now.
For more information on volunteering, donations, or if you have suggestions on a new home for Safe Space, you can find the